A very good evening to everyone. Or morning or afternoon, depending on where in the world you are. I thought I'd do another chill flight tonight. We're currently in Dublin International, and we're going to be heading over to Rotterdam. So we've got my flight plan. So here we are in Dublin International, on the southeast of the airport. I'm going to be departing straight over the top of the UK, and then a right turn as we head on to into our approach into Rotterdam. Rotterdam, I think, is one of the sceneries that comes with the base package of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's okay. I've been there before. When we land, we'll check the scenery out. Dublin, however, is just default scenery, I think. Looks like we're pretty clear on any weather. But oh my god, look how many people are using Volanta right now. That's crazy. Absolutely epically busy. Okay, Europe and the States, holy moly. Very, very busy. So I'm not doing VATSIM. Still trying to really understand the phraseology, if I'm honest with you, and trying to still do some learning before I go on to VATSIM. I want to get a little bit more experience. But if, for when we do, I understand that these areas here are for the controllers. So in the green circles is the approach, and then you got central, or the centre, in the sort of bluish, purplish highlighted area. So looks good. I'll put that onto my second screen. We'll get some charts before we dive in and start setting up. So we want an airport chart for Dublin. We're on the south apron, and I think we had runway 10 right. Which is all the way down here. So it looks like we'll be taxiing B1, Bravo 1, Bravo 2 onto Sierra, and all the way straight down, holding short of Sierra 7. Pretty straightforward taxi. We've got our SID. So you have a restriction of 3,000 or over 3,000 here by point DW551. Out to Liffey, and Liffey, beyond Liffey, then you'll see us outside of our departure. So it's a fairly simple SID. Max 250 knots below flight level 100, and max 290. So it's pretty much standard category C and D. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Remain on Dublin Tower, but we're not going to be using any ATC. ATC may request. No, we're not going to be doing that. Climb to MSA may be conducted using conventional navigation based on... Okay, I don't think we need to do that either. It does say here do not climb. Okay, no, we're not using ATC, so we don't need to worry about that. So, fairly simple, Sid. And then if we look at the arrival, we have a start. Going on to runway 8. So as we come in, we've got a right turn onto heading 157 degrees. And into Mazos at flight level 60. So the approach, ILS runway 6, Mazos approach. And then we need to be at flight level, or 2,000 feet, at heel ho. And that should carry us in. So, from the planning phase, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty straightforward. I want to start pinning some of these to the clipboard. I know, so we want that one. We want our star. And we want our SID. We also really want an airport chart, don't we? Is that one? I don't think any of these are moving charts, are they? No. We can have some parking stands, I suppose. Let's just pin that one. So runway 6 is here, so we'll be coming in. From the west. Ah, there you go. There's the one for the moving chart. Sorry, I missed that one. So yeah, so approach from the west, coming in runway 6. And I'll do the landing calculations when we start our descent to see if we can stop in time and come off for Victor 4. If not, we'll come off at Victor 5. And then these are just all parking ramps here. Parking stands, here they are. So, fairly simple, fairly straightforward. Cool, so got the charts. We've got our plan route out, what we want to do. Let's jump on into the aircraft and get it all plugged in. Okay, so let me just get my shortcuts up here on my Stream Deck. There we go. Right, let's get the flight pad on. Let's get ground power on. Battery 1 and 2. And start doing the IRs. Leave the fuel pumps off for now. Logo light. No smoking. Seatbelts. And put a bit of backlight on there as well. Let's download the flight plan. That's downloaded. Let's get some services on the go. Jet bridge, external power, baggage, fuel, and catering. Let me just get my controller for the views. Let's have a look at the default scenery while we're here. Pretty standard stuff, to be fair. Let's just speed up the camera a bit. Do 14. So we will taxi onto that line there, I think, with our tail to the right and nose to the left. I think, yeah, that's the one, that's the line we need to take, I think. Follow it down, right turn, all the way to the bottom. Onto runway 10 right. Ah, it's 10 right down there, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is, yeah. So I got the wrong one. So we'll have to cross runway 34. Oh man, are you kidding me? This is simulation, man. Crash to desktop. How frustrating. It's all good. We'll set it up again. Excuse me. I wonder if any of the simulators crash the desktop as much as this one. I was really tempted to look at buying a new simulator, and I was torn between obviously the usuals, X-Plane and P3D, but I was going to hang fire till X-Plane 12 comes out, and then I was going to have a look at X-Plane 12, which I understand is going to be released this year at some point, but I'm not too sure when. But until then, sorry, we'll continue the struggle with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'd like to be able to put it down to my rig or something, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's nothing to do with my PC, because I know a few other streamers have a problem with crash to desktops. It's just so frustrating, because at times the simulator software can take a long time to load up. Okay, let's try again. There you go, Dublin International. I think we're somewhere around here, weren't we? Right, let's turn to daylight hours, do morning time, and a few clouds. Try that. You are joking? Another crash? What is going on? Is everyone else having the same issues or something? Try one more time. If it crashes again, I'll just call it a night. I ain't gonna sit here faffing about trying to just constantly load into a simulator. Third time lucky. Excuse me. Let's try and go the other side, eh? Fingers crossed. No. It's not having it. Are the servers down or something? No, it looks like others are in the sim. I wonder if it's the weather settings I'm trying to use. There's plenty of people in the simulator. Okay, let's try one more time. Could be something to do with the scenery, or I don't know. Perhaps maybe why don't we try the other way from Rotterdam to Dublin? Yeah, let's try that. Let me unload that. In the flight, start a new one. Oops. And let's go to that's the one, Rotterdam. And let's go to Dublin. And we were Ryanair. A 454. I'll just call that 454 there. And flight plan. Sim brief. Normal mode. Let's got some more charts. So new flight from SimBrief. Airport. Let's pin that. Oh, that's an interesting SID. Big left loop. A few restrictions as well. Transition altitude 3000. Well, that's interesting. Holy moly. Look at all these restrictions here. Wow. 28 left. We'll do an ILS approach. But I won't do an auto landing, I'll do a manual landing. but I might do a managed descent to try and help me get through all of the restrictions and constraints. And we need to be at level 2,500 by max ev here. What was the runway? 28 left. Straight in at them. Okay. Try again. Rotterdam's over here. And we'll pop ourselves here. Let's try turning multiplayer off to help. And let's try AI traffic. See if that helps with the sim crashes. If this one don't work, that's it's obviously not meant to be. Let's try that. Okay, got a bit further than last time. Let's give it a couple of minutes for everything to render. That's ready up. Okay, turn the sim sounds up a bit. Okay, you're going to behave yourself now. There we go, looks good. So this is this scenery was free scenery with the base package. Let me speed up the drone a bit. It's pretty cool scenery, to be fair. It's not bad. Nice little bit of artwork in the middle of the water feature. Well, that's pretty good scenery, I do. It seems to be running a bit better. I wonder if it was multiplayer then. Or it could have been the weather, I don't know. I did change a couple of things, didn't I? Oh, is that a Domino's pizza? 20. Is that meant to be some type of a setup, like some type of joke? Domino's pizza on the ground floor, and then a gymnasium, or a fitness centre. A fitness centre right above it. Is it modelled? No, not quite. I bet the developer of the scenery was having a chuckle to themselves when they were modelling that in. Okay, let's get in and let's at least try and get it all set up. So let's do battery 1, battery 2, ground power. The packs off, cruise supply. That can go to auto, that can go on, that can go on, that can go on. And connect the flight pad. Bring the stairs over. Fuel truck and catering and baggage. Oh, you're a bit off there, mate. Is that just going to snap into position once it goes to home? Yeah. The stairs did a bit of a side shuffle. Whoops, there's it. Camera's a bit fast. Nothing modelled, obviously. It's fly-by-wire. Oh, I think that's worthy of a little bit of a screenshot. Let's use that one. That's pretty cool with the tower in the background. Okay. I would say init and data request. Then we want to go back one. Weight and balance. How many passengers we've got today? 160 and 3.9 ton of cargo.
Morning, completed.
Oh, I must have had it set to instant from the last one. At least everyone's on. Mind you, that's not too bad to be fair, as we are running a little bit late due to the crashes. So best do fuel then, hadn't I? So we need 6.7. Let's load the fuel. That's instant as well.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
So looking at the charts again, it looks like we've got no height restriction or height constraints. From an altitude perspective, only speed. So I'll set the cruise altitude straight away to 24. So not too high today. There you go, 24, set. And the block fuel we said was... What did we say that was? Oops, there it is. 6.8. There we go. That's the initial page done. Let's do the departure and arrival. So we are from runway... excuse me. Runway 6. And we're flying out Chuli 4A. That one. And we don't have... That's it. No transition. Arrival is bags 2L with a star 28 left. ILS. What did I say? Bags 2L, yeah? Bags 2L. No vires. And no trans. That's it. Insert that. So let's put on our constraints. Go to the plan. And let's pop it out. So, off departure, left turn, back on ourselves on a right turn. Wow, a lot of waypoints in there. Okay, here we go. So we've got our first constraints there. Yeah, constraint points all the way in then. And the max EV I'll probably take manual control at that point there. So the flight plan looks really good, no discontinuities or anything. As we are in the day, let's just turn these up a little bit. Let's do weather. Air pressure's 1022. It's all looking good there. I think it's just the performance page left to do, isn't it? Yep. So let me pull up my little calculator. Where is it now? Here we go. Performance calculator. For some reason my flight plan's gone from Valanta. Let me pull it back up. No, it's lost the flight plan for some reason. Okay, never mind. That should be still in SimBrief though. My flight plan. This was the one here, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the one. Just put that over to my second page. And back to the calculator. So centre of gravity, I can get that from here. Page 2. So it's 24.5. Takeoff weight is 657. Oh well, let me just confirm that in the flight plan. Six 7,210 is in the flight plan, so I'll put that one in. 67210. Flaps 1. Airport is EHRD, and it was runway 6 on it. Yes. Length is 2200. And heading 056. Elevation, it's got on the chart 14, but we'll leave it at 13, minus 14. QNH, we'll leave all that. Let's go to calculate. So let me just pop those over here. Performance 133. I'm going to rotate at 133 as well. And V2 is 150. And we're going to flex to 18. Wow. Means we're light then. Flaps is 1 stroke up 0.9. Okay, that looks good. I'll do that here now. Flight control. .9. I assume hydraulics need to be really. I'll confirm that once the hydraulics are all on. Okay, so let's get the fuel pumps on and start the APU. Wait for the flap to open. Flap open. Start. Go. And bleed on. Now we're on the APU, turn the power off. And then let's start closing everything up. Services. Let's turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, and turn that off. And we can plan our pushback. Mind you, we could probably just go straight out, couldn't we, really? Should we do that? No, let's do the right thing. Let's start engines away from the bays, the parking bay. Let's go here and then back a little bit more. Register that. Is everyone finished? I don't know whether you saw that then, but I think that's really cool that the cargo door sort of bounces on the hydraulic cylinders as it's closing. It's really cool, that is. Okay, door shut. Everyone's finished. Ground services away. I suppose it obviously makes sense as well to reverse because I can't move the tow truck out the way to drive forward, so we'll just reverse. So let's now call it in.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by. sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Okay, parking brake. There we go.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Engine 2. Oh, beacons.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
Let them know we're starting the engines. And put the emergency lights on.
Once again, we'd like to welcome you on board. Your safety is our top priority, so we appreciate a few minutes of your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. And into the buckle and pull on the straps and tight. To release, just lift the top flap of the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened low and tight across your lap, even when the seatbelt sign is off, and have it visible to the crew at all times. You are light
pushback
vest with a
completed.
pouch under
Please
your
set your
seat
parking
and
brake.
expected by the crew. Tear open the pouch, remove the vest.
Parking brake set.
Wrap the
Parking
strap
brake
around
set.
your waist.
Lowering
Secure
aircraft.
the buckle and pull the straps tight. As you exit the aircraft, inflate the vest by pulling down firmly on the red tab.
Ground. You may
Or going
disconnect.
into the tubes on both sides.
Okay, sir.
Located
Clear
right on
to
the shoulder will
disconnect.
turn on the
Pin has
automatic
been
motor and
removed.
remember
See
to
you at the side.
inside
Have
the
a good
aircraft.
flight.
This airlift
Holding
includes
position,
plenty of
waiting for the
emergency
visual.
exits,
Thank you
doors
and
in the front,
goodbye.
4 window exits over the wing, then 2 doors in the back. Each door is equipped with an evacuation slide that can be detached from the aircraft and used as a ramp. All exits are clearly marked with a sign overhead. If necessary, level lighting will illuminate the top of my
Engine
exit.
1.
Please take a moment to locate your closest exit and remember it may be detached. If there is a change in cabin pressure, 4 oxygen masks will drop from overhead. Firmly pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, pull the elastic bands around your head, and tighten using the straps on both sides. Even though the bag may not inflate, oxygen will be flowing. Be sure to put your mask on first before helping others, and we'll let you know when it's no longer needed. We'll be passing through the cabin to make sure we are ready for departure. You can help us by making sure your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat back is upright, your tray table is stowed, and all kind of
Best update the stream title as well,
If
otherwise
you have any questions
we're
about the safety features of this aircraft, please don't hesitate to ask.
moving the route around a little bit.
Never let on any flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors and aircraft restrooms is a federal offense and could result in a fine. For your convenience, this aircraft has 3 restrooms, one in the front of the cabin and 2 in the back, and each is equipped with an instant changing table.
There we go.
While the main cabin lights for departure, if you need it, there is a reading light above your seat. You're here to make sure you have a safe and comfortable flight. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Nearly there. Okay, engines available. So we can come off APU now. Taxi lights are on. Let's arm ground spoilers. Predictive wind shear's got to come on. Let's turn those on so we can start squawking and all that. And then turn the ignition off. And then we need to do the flaps. Flaps 1. And our aircraft is ready for taxi now, I'd say. So we're going to come out, do a left, left again, and then a right onto runway 6. We'll hold short just to do landing lights and stuff. Okay, let me get me feet on the pedals. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's do parking brakes off. Let's apply a little bit of power. Gonna do max 2 configuration check. Big left turn. Didn't want to turn then. Come on. There we go. What is going on? There we go. And runway 6 is the left. And then a right here. Then we'll hold short. Parking brake up. Strobe on. Landing lights on.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
We've got our clearance. Okay, parking brake off, let's go. Turn the music down a bit. Nice right turn onto the centre line, which I would say we are there. Let's go to 50%. Stable. Flex. V1, rotate. Positive right. Gear up. AP1. Never climb. There's our left turn. That's a nice screenshot. Let's do flaps up from here. Standard pressure. Ooh, to the Paxson. Taxi, like to go off. And landing lights can come off now. I'd say we've reached cruise there, haven't we? Yeah.
Gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, the captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
So I've got the top of descent in Belanta. I seem to have managed to recover the flight plan. For some reason it lost my sim brief username. So let's just sort of cross-reference the top of descent with what I think it should be. So 24,000. We need to be at 2,500 by max EV. So target altitude is 2,500. I like to come down at a rate of 1,200 feet per minute. So the aircraft needs 106 nautical miles to reduce the altitude, and it was max EV, wasn't it? So let's go to flight plan. Let's put a fixed point in. Max EV. Excuse me. I need to be oh no. What did you say? 106. 106. There we go, that's in. So if just flick it to plan a sec. Go to 20. Just cycle through. Come on. I forgot there's so many waypoints. So there's oh, have I got that wrong? I must have got that wrong. Where's there? Max EV, it says 2190 here, but I put 2,500, so why hasn't the ring shown up? Oops. Max EV 106 for a radius. Oh, there it is. That didn't show up before, did it? There we go. So I must have just perhaps skipped past it or not been at the right zoom level. Ah, that's what it was, yeah. I think because I was at 20 I must have skipped past it. So that's saying just before Pen IL we should be starting our descent. Let's have a look what Volanta's got us at. Let me just adjust this. There we go. Pen IL. Excuse me, I seem to have a few sniffles. So Pen IL, that says just before. This says just after, so it's roundabout correct. I think the flight plan in the McDo has got us just a little bit different in it. That's sort of saying around about here, isn't it? It's where our top of descent is. But that's okay. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm just going to go and get a drink. I'll be right back. I thought that was definitely worth a screenshot. Let's try and get a different playlist as well, actually. think we're getting close to our top descent now. Ooh, look at that. Just in time. So, I'm hoping. So the flight plan says we should start descending at this point here, this little hockey stick. Now, if I constraints are on, so if I go down to our target altitude, which is what, 2,500, yeah? I'm hoping when I click for a managed descent, hoping that that goes magenta. If it doesn't, then I'm worried that the aircraft will descend too quickly at a rate that is too quick for the time that I want to descend at. So at this intersect point here where we are virtually now, I know that's at 1200 feet per minute, but I don't think my constraints until a little bit later. So we'll try it. Let's put our destination data in first. Let's pop it out. So performance, next phase. So the air pressure at our destination is 1020. Pop that in there. Temperature's going to be 9 degrees. And the winds are 210 degrees at 2 knots. That should be a good, nice landing. Transition is 6,000. And minimums. Whoops, so those out. For the category 1 is 200. Let's pop that in there. Entry out of range. No. Doesn't like that, does it? Oh, put the wrong minimums in there, the live long. 402. Let's get rid of that. Right then, let's try our managed descent. Oops, that one. Yeah, it has, yeah, look. Perfect. So, that'll hold us at flight level 080. So, 8,000. And it's going down at 1,000 feet per minute, which is not too bad. I said 1,200. This got 1,000, so the managed descent was the right choice in this instance.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Let's get the seatbelt signs on. Oh, I didn't disarm the spoilers. Fuel predictions. What was that on? Predicting me fuel. We've got 128 to go. For anyone listening to the VOD, these the beats I've got in the background is what from the playlist that I've posted a link into the chat. Absolutely brilliant beats. Loyalty free music as well from Danuck D, Twitch streamer. She plays a lot of PUBG, which I do watch now and again. But yeah, she's made some amazing beats. So I've got on here managed speed, managed heading and managed descent. that just me, or did I see the flight plan just flicker then? Yeah, something's definitely going on. It didn't connect this very well. Okay, I'll have to watch out for that. There's no discontinuities appeared of there. Not that I can see. Flight plan still looks good. Just keep an eye on it. Looks a little bit mixed up here, doesn't it? I'm hoping it doesn't follow this line and then just keep doing like a left turn, or I don't know. We'll see how we go. So Kudum, we'll go direct to Kudum if that's the case. So it is slowing us down to 250 because we're approaching 10,000 feet, which is good. That's what we want. Set the air pressure now 10, 20. Oh, that's corrected itself now. That's weird, wasn't it? A little bit like a, there's like a glitch there. How peculiar. I don't know. Okay, there's 10,000. Let's put the landing lights on. Put the taxi light on as well. There's our left turn. Beautiful left turn. Holding us at 8,000. Excuse me. $52 miles to go. 230 knots. You could put the visor down. .37. Big right down now. should be the last right turn before we make our final turn onto final. Yeah, crash should start going down now. So I'm going to activate approach mode now. Performance, activate. It should start coming down, hopefully. Come on. Yeah, it's going. Getting a bit worried then. Flaps. Bit of overspeed, that's okay. It's on the speed brakes. Speed brakes armed. Another notch of flaps. I think I've activated approach mode too early. 180 knots, so we are under it. It's okay. Nice slow turn. Let's have another notch of flaps. And let's say we can do another notch of flaps. 4 flaps. Ah, we are full. Okay. Get ready for the camera for the gear down. Let's put the landing system on. Quite a standard pressure. It's probably good that we've actually slowed down because we need time to get our altitude down. As soon as we make this turn, I'll activate approach mode. I'll turn the music down as well, so I can concentrate. Activate approach mode now actually, so it catches the glide slope. There we go, there's our turn. Eleven miles to go. So we are a little bit low, but the descent has reduced slightly, or the rate of descent has reduced, sorry. So I'm going to hold us. No, I'll let that hold us at 2.5. It should be okay. We're all good. You just stop at 2.5 and then when we get to
2,500.
max EV, we should be good. It should catch up with us. So I probably activated approach mode way too early, to be fair. It's okay. So it's lifting the nose to get the altitude and speed. Let's get the gear down. Okay, gears down. Let's get my feet ready on the rudders. And we'll get ready to bring her home. I'll just let the glide slope just catch us and bring us down. Wind, we are in a headwind at 4 knots. There you go, glide slope has us. Let's do a cabin check. E-cam check. Everything's all green. Well, that wind's moving a little bit. It's okay though. Right, let's take over. Autopilot disengage my airplane. So I have now full control over direction, but throttle is still in auto. So my speed is being managed by the automatic throttle system. And all I am literally doing
1,000.
is trying to keep the little magenta diamonds where they're meant to be. So I'm a little low there on the vertical, and I need to come to the right a little more. Put a little bit of rudder. Try and come right. Now I need to come down. The pappy lights, but I can't quite see them just yet. Still left. Marginal inputs.
500.
So I am a bit low, but I'm not too worried about that, because visually I can see the runway and it visually looks good.
400. 300. 200.
100. Bring it down a little bit more. It's a little bit high.
100.
2 red, 2 white.
50. 40.
Start to flare.
30. 20. Retard.
Throttle off. Flare up. Reversers. Oh yeah, man. That was like butter. Auto brakes off. A little bit of toe brakes. Reversers off. Oh, I'm well chuffed with that. We'll get the next turn. It's a little bit too fast. There we go. Nice, and slow down just nicely then for the turn. A little bit of toe brakes again. Oh yeah. That light change in the on the instruments, it's really nice, that is. A little bit of toe brakes at the turn. Tighter turn. Welcome to Dublin. I'm really chuffed with that. So landing lights can come off, taxi, and we'll get the flap open for the APU. Strobe can come off. And we'll park on the south apron. What we originally tried to start at the start of the stream. Landing system can come off. Oh, I'll tell you what we can do. Let me just slow down a little bit. Try and get us on a nice steady speed. We can disarm the spoilers. And the flaps can come up. Oh, wasn't looking where I'm going. Nearly ran on the grass. They're up anyway. So the flap's going to be open. Start the APU. So I recently purchased some new the new side stick and thrust levers. I bought the Thrustmaster TCA Officers Pack. What a difference it makes. I also brought the Logitech pedals as well. It really does make manual landings the dream. Because originally I had the I think it was just like a cheap £30 joystick, and is it an Extreme 3D or something like that. I had it for 6-7 years. It did me really well, but I find it quite difficult to try and operate the throttles when you come down to land, because you sort of cross your arms over to try and get it. We'll just take a pause here. Do the decent thing. Let's make sure there's no traffic. I can't see anything left. Sorry, left or right. Come off the toe brakes. Bit more power. Yeah, so the TCA Officers Pack is I find it's such an upgrade for me. Absolutely loving it. Really am. Now, hopefully there's a stand on the south apron. I have got multiplayer turned off, haven't I? So there is no other players here. It's just AI aircraft. APU is available, so let's get the bleed on. Oh no, not the bleed. It's the window. It's the. I've just turned the. What? Honest to God, oh, give me strength. So did you see as soon I accidentally pressed the I think that was the probe heaters or the window heat, one of the two, and it's just crashed the sim. How frustrating. I don't know whether it's the experimental version of the fly-by-wire that's crashing the sim, or if it's something to do with the sim itself. I meant to turn the bleed on. We just crashed the friggin' sim. Oh, that's frustrating. That's really frustrating. After such a good landing as well. A beautiful approach. Absolutely beautiful approach into Dublin. I really enjoyed that flight. That was a lovely approach. Some beautiful turns as well. A lovely turn left, a lovely turn right, and another good left. And for it to all end in a CTD. Oh man. Yeah, very nice. Right, let's guess the landing rate. I was really happy with that. So I reckon that was a -124, I'm gonna say. Oh, -79. That has got to be a record for me. That has to be a record. Tell you what I'm gonna do there. I'm gonna hold that and I'm gonna screenshot it. Desktop capture is required to take screenshots of the entire desktop. Do you want to turn on desktop capture and try again? You can do this later. Turn it on. And try again. There we go. Oh, no. I want to hover over tonight. There we go. That's the one you want. -79. Manual landing. Beautiful. Albeit, yeah, the winds were kind to us. I didn't really have too much issue on the approach, and I really didn't have too much issue on the you know, towards the real critical point of the landing, which is sort of minimums, isn't it, really? But yeah, I was really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. I assume this little marker is where the wheels touched down because it registered the landing performance. So hover over the runway. So we did come over the runway quite a bit, to be fair. So maybe if there is any criticism, I can give myself, I maybe should have touched down a little bit earlier, because we did come off at the second to last exit, didn't we, on Sierra 6. And obviously the right turn. Look how close I was to the terminal before it CTD'd. That is frustrating. Cross the runway. Look up on the overhead. Didn't turn the bleed on, turned the bloody probe heats on, and it crashed. Because that would have been me on. I would have come off here. Off the. Is this B Bravo 1 still? Can't see because the marker's on there. Yeah, Bravo 1. Using link 1 onto Zulu. And I'll have taken one of these bays here. That's That's really frustrating. That is really frustrating. That was a nice flight. That was. I might save that flight in. I did snap a picture. I thought it was a really nice picture, just with the sun glare, sun in the background and the glare. Nice amount of clouds coming over the ocean. I thought it was really good. That's really frustrating me, that is. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I want to mention it again though, it's really frustrating. I suppose it is what it is, isn't it? It's a CTD. So something's definitely going on with Microsoft Flight Simulator, man, because that was 3 CTDs at the start of the stream, which I'm putting that down to multiplayer. So I'm going to put that down to multiplayer because I switched multiplayer off and it let me in the sim with no issue. And we did that beautiful flight. But I don't know what I can't explain that CTD on the last at the end. Oh well. Anyway, if you're watching this back as a VOD, I really appreciate you clicking on the video. Thank you so much for that view, for that support. If you're not a follower of the channel, I'd really appreciate a follow. I'm not really striving to make a career out of streaming, but it would be nice to engage a few more people and you know, spark some good debate and some good conversation on the channel. But I can't do that with a low followage. So if you do enjoy the flight, if you do enjoy the stream, I'll just try to do a nice relaxed vibe and, you know, chill out to some nice hip-hop music, some real easy listening music, and I am well up for any conversation. So if you are listening to this as a VOD, thank you very much. If you don't follow the channel, I'd really appreciate that follow. It is bank holiday here in the UK, bank holiday weekend, so tomorrow is no work. It's a national holiday, so I will try and see if I can get on and stream for a little bit, maybe do possibly 2 legs tomorrow, maybe in the day, perhaps early afternoon, mid-afternoon sometime. Okay mate, awesome, thanks ever so much, really appreciate it. See you on the next stream, bye.